examples here. So examine the graphs below, complete the resulting table. So coordinates of my vertex. So again, guys, I always put my x coordinate first and then my y coordinate. So my x value here is 0. My y coordinate here, that looks like a -3. Okay, they can't make that grid any smaller. Do I have a maximum or minimum value? I definitely have a minimum. Okay, my step pattern is going to be, I go over 1, up 1. I go over 1, I go up 1, 2, 3. I go over 1, I go up 2, 3, 4, 5. So my step pattern is 1, 3, 5, and it just keeps going. So my value of A then is whatever my first step is. So my value of A is my first step. It is a 1. My value of K, see how my original parabola would have a 0, 0 vertex. It now has a 0 and -3. So my value of K is -3. I've shifted my whole parabola down 3 spaces. So my equation is y equals, and I leave a blank for the A, and I'm going to leave a blank for the K. Okay, and this is how I write in my equation. My A value was 1. Do I need to write the 1? No, but I'm going to anyway. My K value is -3. So that is my equation. Y equals x squared minus 3. Okay, let's look at another example, guys. So here we have coordinates of my vertex. So my vertex, again, the x value is 0. My y value, if they can make that grid any smaller, is a +6. Do I have a maximum or minimum? This is the highest maximum value my y can be. So I definitely have a maximum. My step pattern, I go over 1, I go down 1, 2, 3. I go over 1, I go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So my step pattern is actually 3, 9, blah, blah, blah. I ran out of room. So what is my value of A? It is the first step I have. Okay. My value of K, guys, that is my y coordinate in my vertex. So my equation of my line is y equals, I'm going to leave a blank for A. I'm going to leave a space for A. I'm going to leave a space for K. So my y equals my A value, 3x squared plus 6. That's how I do that equation. So I hope that helped you there. We've got one more example to go through, and it should be good. So graph the following parabolas. All right, so now what I need to know is I need to know my step pattern. So direction of opening. So my steps are going to be 1, 3, 5 times, and now my equation, -1. So this will give me my direction of opening and my steps. My K value, so it's going to say, it's going to be shifted up 4. Okay, so because that's where this 4 comes from. So my new vertex was going to be at 0, 0. My new vertex is actually going to be 0 and 4. So that is my starting point. So I get my x is 0, my y is 4. I put my vertex. From there, I am moving over 1, down 1. Over 1, down 1, 2, 3. Over 1, down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to repeat this pattern so it is mirrored on the other side. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw my parabola. Oh, shoot, and I missed a point there. That's okay. We do our best. And I'm going to say y equals -x squared plus 4. Okay, so that is my first parabola. So second parabola here. So I need to figure out my step pattern. So 1, 3, 5, and I'm going to times it by my A value. So times 1/2, which I'm going to convert to 0.5, just because decimals sometimes are a little bit easier for me. If you would like to keep it as a fraction, you go right ahead. So my A value is positive, so it's going to be opening up. These are my steps. So my vertex, this is my K value. My vertex is going to be at 0 and -3. So it's going to be shifted down 3 spaces. So my vertex normally would be at 0, 0. It's now going to be shifted 1, 2, 3 spaces at 0, -3. So what I'm going to do is from that vertex, I go over 1, up 1/2. Over 1, up 1.5. Over 1, up 1, 2.5. And then I mirror that on both sides. Okay, and this is where I draw my next parabola. And this is why having a magic multicolored pen really makes life so much easier. So now I'm going to label my graph so that I have everything there. So you will notice, guys, I've got my arrowheads on the ends of my graph showing that parabola keeps going on forever. You will notice this graph is significantly wider than this one. Guys, please feel free, ask any questions, and we'll get through this together. Take care.